Obviously, we're happy with the result. Pleased because we know offensively they're a good team. Pleased that we could come away today with a shutout. It's one of the things that we're working on is that defensively we take care of things a little bit better. Once we were 3-0 up, they had a few chances at that point, but we also had some chances to score some more. But I was pleased with our team's effort. Pleased with our commitment to the game, and pleased with the way we came out in the first 15 minutes of each half, which was one of the goals we set for ourselves today, was to come out well at the beginning of each half.
Does the relative shorthandedness of both teams diminish at all what you feel like you accomplished today? Or?
No, I mean, it's two teams playing soccer, and it's obviously they were missing some guys, we were missing some guys, so I never think about that or worry about that. It changes the game for sure, but sometimes it changes it for a positive for a team. Sometimes it changes it negatively because, when opportunities are there, different people step up and do different things.
Sigi, the midfield play looked like it really was intricate and passing, and you were able to attack and hold the ball.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job at times. Pineda obviously helps us with that. I thought Marco Papa had a very good game today. I thought he was excellent, and he really helped us connect those passes as well in midfield. I thought we were a little bit disjointed at times in the first half where we ended up being a little too direct at times. But I thought in the second half our passing got a lot better, and, early on especially, and once we'd built the lead, then obviously, maybe everybody relaxed a little bit.
Move Barrett up front. What was your thinking of Barrett?
I thought Barrett did well. I thought Barrett did well, and I thought Cooper did well in his shift when he came on. Obviously Barrett got a goal, and, his running, early in the game, I talked to him about putting more pressure on their defense when they had the ball, so we couldn't let him build as easily. He did a great job of that as well. And so when he came out, he was done, and I thought then Kenny came on, and I thought played very well also. So, when you get those kind of shifts from those two guys, that's a good thing.
What do you think of Marco Papa's free kick?
It was beautiful. Those are things we practice them all the time. He's one of the guys. I mean, we have, I've had teams and I've had years where I've had to beg guys to hit free kicks, and this year it's like we have a line of about 9 guys that want to hit free kicks at practice, and so Ezra usually runs that for me. And today, before I put up the free kicks, I turned to Ezra and I said, "Okay, who are the two? Who's my right-footed guy? Who's my left?" He goes, "Papa from the left and Nagel from the right." And we said, "Okay," and Papa banged it in. So it was a great goal. And we had said with the foul, because we thought maybe he could have played advantage, and we said, "No, we think Marco wants this free kick," and he banged it in. So.
With the depth that you have on this squad, does it surprise you at all, or is this what you expected this team to do against the number 2 team in the league?
It's what I expected us to do. It's not only our depth, I think it's our spirit. I think the guys like each other, the guys work hard for each other, the guys battle for each other, and it doesn't matter who's out there on the field. And we can take people, and like today, Remick, we played him in left midfield. We can take people and play them in different positions, and they'll do what we need them to do in that particular game for us to be successful. And so, I'm very pleased with our depth. It's what I expect, but I'm also very pleased with our commitment to the game.
What kind of message does this send to the league with this kind of a dominating performance?
Right now, we're not about sending messages. We're just about, we're in first place. We wanted to hold on to first place. We talked about creating some separation there. And, I think as a group, we're maturing and being able to step into a game of between a first-place team and a second-place team and win and have a convincing result speaks volumes, for our character.
Chad Barrett was maybe one of the guys whose acquisition flew a little under the radar this offseason. What have you thought of his play this year and today in particular?
I mean, Chad is always a player that I've had a good relationship with, from the time that he played with me for the under-20s, and we always joked because I always said, well, one day I'll figure out how to get you on a team I'm coaching, and it happened this year, and he's He's an interesting fellow. I guess that's a good way to put it. But he's banged away 3 goals for us now. He's got 1 assist. He scored some important goals as well, and he has that ability. He has that capability, and I've been very pleased with what he's done, and he was a big addition for us along with Kenny, because we knew there was going to be a time in the season that we needed those guys, and we needed them to come through.
Over the seasons, you guys have broken a pretty good little handful of opponents' streaks. Did you get the impression that the unbeaten run got your team's attention this year?
Well, we talked about it. We talked about it before the game that we wanted to break the streak, and keep the record for a couple of people. Chris Henderson told me that Kansas City had a 12-game streak as well. So to my friends Lothar Osiander and Bob Gansler, I'm glad you still have a piece of the record. But it was mainly we talked about us being it's number 1 against number 2. So we gotta show what we're made of, and I'm sure when we go to Salt Lake, I'm sure they're gonna want to answer back.
For a lot of that first half, there weren't many chances for either team, and a lot of fouls and all that. Did the game kind of open up because of the goal, or were you guys doing something different in the second half?
The game, in the second half, we talked about making sure that we possessed the ball a little bit better, that we weren't as direct as we were in the first half, that at times we were too direct. And we talked about getting Papa like 20 yards further up the field, because he was dropping deep looking for the ball from Leo. So we talked about those things, and I think the team executed that, fairly well. Papa got up further. We did a better job of possessing the ball. But it was a tight game in the first half, as it is sometimes when top teams play each other. Nobody wants to give an inch, and that was a little bit the first half. And the second half, then, as guys fatigued a little bit, things settled down and opened up.
What do you think of the PK?
I haven't seen a replay of it, and I just saw the guy run into Lamar, but I don't know if it's a PK or not.
What were your thoughts on the shutout? You mentioned the performance, Pride, Marshall, and Sutton.
Obviously, we're happy with the shutout, and it's something we talked about. Even when we're celebrating the 3-0, Evans was close to me, and I said, we get a 0 today. We played a 0 in the back. It's something that we wanted to do. Almost Garcia almost had a very good look to when he hits off the post. So you need a little bit of luck, but I think was also important for Stefan. I don't think he had a ton to do in terms of making big saves today, but it's again a good test for his character to show that he can come back and play well.
I think this is your best defensive game of the season all around.
I know we took one against Colorado, but I thought we were pretty good against Colorado this year. But defensively, I thought it was okay. There were still times where still want us to do a little bit better with it, but I think our effort defensively was as good as it's been in any game this season.
Brad Evans obviously again that right back for you. What did you think of his performance, and how much does he help the defense?
I thought Brad did well. He also obviously helps us at times winning some headers and dealing with duels. He doesn't go forward maybe quite as much as DeAndre does, although he got forward well a couple of times. I thought the one cross he hit that went past 3 guys, I thought that would have been great if somebody would have got on the end of that. But he picks and chooses his moments well, and I thought defensively he was pretty well. The thing he gives you back there, again, is wherever you put Brad on the field, he talks. And so his talking, his organizing, pushing Nagel or pushing Papa into positions that help him defend, makes it easier for him as well.
Oba's goal, you got a guy running off ball. You've talked about that all season, guys with possession of the ball, but guys off the ball running and they get it rewarded in the end.
Yeah. No, exactly. And that's one of the things that we've done. I was very happy for Oba because I thought he was a little bit snake bit today in the game because he had some great chances. The ball that Marco Papa played through to him, the combination of Cooper, that he ended up not scoring on. And so for him to be able to come up with that goal, I think was a just reward for a lot of the effort that he put in, that went unrewarded. But, third man running, playing and moving is something that we're always talking about.
About a month and a half ago when you had that stretch of 3 straight home games, you talked about wanting to turn around this team's home form. Safe to say you're happy with the way you're playing at home now?
Yeah. I don't know how many straight we have at home. 5 straight. Okay. So, you know, I mean, I'm obviously very happy with that. We go to Chicago next week. You know, we're away from home for a while, so we're going to be super excited when we come back here in July. I think our next 3 MLS games are on the road. You know, but we've also been a good road team, and we've got to carry our home form now onto the road. But, you know, we love playing in front of our fans. It's fantastic.